Okay, this is how I came to repair my Lunar Solaris special edition caravan. There's a big split above the window, and this split was clearly emanating from a screw in the hinge bar that runs across the top of the windows, and all the windows actually hitch into it. I drilled a hole at the top of the split to stop it from travelling any further up the front of the caravan. Now the biggest job was to get this hinge bar off, because it's really stuck on with a Silkaflex, and it took most of the time of the whole repair was getting that off without bending it, because if you bend it, that's it. These are the staples which actually burn themselves into the plastic with the heat gun, which I'll come to later. I also found that there was some hairline cracks above each of the screw holes on the hinge bar, and I've placed a staple above the screw hole to stop that from running any further. I also drilled out the holes in the hinge bar and put in yellow plastic plugs as advised by a caravan engineer. Now this just shows you the undercoat that I put on. It has to be on for 24 hours. And it's covering up the work that I did underneath, which was to put araldite around the crack on top of the staples. To complete the job, I also renewed the liner to the windows, which smartened that up quite a bit, because the window liner was beginning to ripple a bit, and it was not in very good condition. I managed to join the two ends underneath the lower window lock to hide the join in the window liner, the grey liner that goes around in between the rubber seal, and that sort of smartened up that inside. That's just a picture of the finished job. Now there's a little demonstration of how these hot staples work. I hadn't come across these before this particular job. I found them quite by chance on the internet, like you do with a lot of these things. The plastic that I'm using as a demo is very, very soft. It's actually a piece of plastic from plastic window liner, on a house, and it's a lot softer than caravan plastic. The plastic on the front of my caravan seemed to be about 3 mil thick, and it's quite hard plastic, and these really latched into it. So what you do is you put the staples into the end of the electrodes, and there's 3 different holes at different angles. You press a little button, and the unit actually heats up the staple and it melts itself into the plastic. And then you just twist it very slightly just to lock it into place. Take your finger off the trigger, and then the staple will cool down, and you can remove the gun from the staple. I'm just going to put another one in the other side just to show you in close-up exactly what the process is. Now that's just fitted into the electrodes of the staple gun, and you can still see the switch there on the side, which you just put your thumb onto. Then you just put it across the crack of the split or damage to your caravan, press the button, it melts the staple into the plastic, you twist it very slightly. This has made more damage to the plastic because it's, as I say, the plastic is very, very soft. The plastic on the caravan is a bit harder than this. And then you're left with these 2 staples. You'd obviously put them a lot closer together, and a lot more of them to do the crack. And then you just sand that down, fill the rest of the gap and across the top of the staples with epoxy resin, araldite or something similar, to make the joint really, really strong. And then that's it. This is a table full of all the gear that I use. This is a Silkaflex, which you use for refixing the hinge rail on top of the windows, which all the windows, as I say, just hitch into. And the butyl is the sealant that you use for the rubber seal around the windows. Now this took a bit of sorting out, but I've found out that it's Arctic White, Mazda Arctic White was a match for my caravan, and this is the plastic primer that you use, because obviously you're going onto plastic. So that's what you use that. I managed to get some tape off the caravan engineer, which was the right colour, which I took down to the shop to get the right paint. Now this is the window liner, and I sent away for a little tool. It's not an easy job, but you have to use a lot of silicone spray. That's the secret of it. Silicone spray it all the way around, and then the liner goes in quite easily. This is the power unit for the staple gun, and these are all the staples that were supplied with it. They're for different profiles. There's external and internal angles, and this is just a quick look at the finished job. And that's it really. I hope this video has been of some use to you, and it will inspire you to not pay £5,000 for a new caravan front, but to repair it yourself. Best of luck.